welcome back. I'm out of Grand Valley Highway. This is Daily Race Beat. I'm for Group 3 cars, and I'm in the Alfa Romeo 4C. I did this race, actually, before this race, I was doing really well the last race, and I totally just got punted from the course, wrecked, and I started out in third place, and I ended up in dead last. That's how Gran Turismo goes. You can have a good race, but you can get in a room full of chuckleheads and make it ruin your day. This one turned out a little bit better. So, in third place, and actually the guy that's in second place, he actually raced with me in the last race, and I think got like second place in the last race. So, we're back out here again today, battling it out. We actually had a really good race, me and him. I actually requested him after this race is over, so we're going to start following each other. The race is really clean. I can tell he's playing on a controller because the flicker of the lights, that typically happens when you're in a controller, the way the buttons are configured when you're gear shifting. And I'm out here again in my motion rig. I'm telling you, man, I'm really happy that I decided to make this investment to get one of these things, because these things are costly. But the way that I am about things, when I get into something, I'm all in, no matter what it is. And it's like this motion rig has been totally the game changer. I tell you what, it's like I don't know, I seem to do better than I did than I thought I would. I thought I would be slower in this rig because of the movement and everything, but it's like I think I'm actually doing better because I can feel every sensation. I know exactly what the car is going to do. Second place. I've made it a point to try not to make any mistakes in this race, because usually what happens, if you make a mistake and you get someone close enough in striking distance in these lobbies, especially in hard compound tires, you're going to get wrecked. And I don't know why makes these races so easy to have collisions, just minor taps. It can totally send somebody off the course, and I really don't understand why they do that. I really don't. Because it's like, that this is kind of a simcade, and there's people playing on controllers, and they put it on hard compound tires. It's like I think sometimes they design these races just frustrate everyone. They could at least put us on medium tires. It makes no sense for Group 3 cars to be running on hard compound tires on this platform. Still holding second place. Yeah, like I said, I tested a few different cars this week. I actually tried the Audi R8, and I didn't seem to do as well as in the Audi R8 as I am in the 4C. And usually the 4C, the Renault RS01, and the Audi R8 are my three go-to cars. I mean, I can drive the other cars like the BMW and the Mercedes, and even the Jaguar and the McLaren, but I just seem to do better in the 4C and the Audi R8, my favorite two. And it turned out this week, I'm just looking online, and it seems like there's a lot of people this week that made this car the meta car, because you look at the leaderboards, and there's just peppered with 4Cs, because I think that everyone's figuring out that this is really a really good car. In real life, this car stock only produces about 245, 250 horsepower. Stock, that's without enhancements, because I think you can get aftermarket turbos, whatnot. You can get like over 300, 350 horsepower. Oh yeah, I got the fastest lap this race. But in real life, this car doesn't have power steering, so it's manual rack steering, which I kind of like. But it's really tough when, but then my car in real life, my Honda Civic, is manual rack also, but it's just really hard when you're trying to get out of the parking spot. You got to muscle that wheel around. But I like the power steering, because you feel everything in the road. The stock, like I said, the stock 4C is 250 horsepower, and it's actually a really good driving car from what I've seen reviews and people that take it out for tests. It's really a good car. But for this For this sim, they pumped up the horsepower to over 400, and it's really light. So it's really light and it's easy to flick around. You don't have to wind it out, but it just flicks around good in turns. You don't really get a lot of oversteer where the car slides out. The car just slides, and it's really good because you can get it into a controlled slide and you can just throw it where you want to go. It's really fun to drive. I haven't seen that in a while, having the fastest lap in a lobby race. And me, this guy, third place, Lou, battle that out. He finally, I think somehow I just get kind of fatigued because I've been out here just practice laps and everything. I've spent a long week for me. I'm a little tired, so I think it's like on this lap I wasn't as fast. It's like I'm starting to kind of lose it a little bit. He's not giving me an ounce of breathing room, so he's right on my tail. I found that not keeping the car in third gear in a lot of places helps me to carry a lot more speed. Like previously, earlier in the week, I was downshifting the second, and it's like because I like to stay in the revs, but it's actually slowing me down. So I kind of figured out how to stay in third gear in a lot of these turns where I was taking the second. This allowed me to get enough rotational G's to make it around the turns and give me a little bit of distance on the cars that are behind me. And he finally got me. Second place now, but I think he gets a penalty, which is me back up in second place. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna be making a lot of cool content. I'm gonna try to put out at least maybe 1 or 2 videos a week. That's my goal. Appreciate you guys coming, watching. You know, it's like I want you to come back and subscribe to my page. It's like give me some pointers if make comments or all comments are up. Kind of like my documentary of me just getting into sim racing, growing in my sim racing career. Like I said, with this rig, this motion rig, it's like I feel like I can pretty much drive any car I want to in the world. That's really cool, especially in VR. Having that option, man, this thing is addictive. It's like, I'll see you guys next week. Some more races. Later.